So we're going to get into this gold chart for the week of July 23rd. Let's keep in mind that this is we have about a week and a day, it looks like, left in July. So we're going to start here on our monthly chart. We can see that price is still well above the 50. However, again, we did break that trend line, but we had a wonderful bounce of support there, and now price has pushed all the way back to the bottom trend line that it actually broke from. We can also see here that price has just hit that resistance here based on that prior monthly candle, right? Let's go ahead and drill down to our weekly. Here on the weekly, you can see more clearly how price is, again, well above the 50. However, we have pushed out of the support. We've pushed out of this demand zone right here. And price just got rejected right there at the trend line. Just beneath the trend line. We could see rejection there, but it pulled it right back to our resistance, now turned, well, not support yet, because our candle didn't close. Our weekly candle didn't close above this resistance point. So this week, we want to be mindful of price breaking back above this resistance point. Ideally, again, to this area, see how that plays out. If not, again, this is a resistance area. We can see price fall back down to some more support here that we have on the chart, or even further to here, right? So these are all ideas that could happen based on this weekly, but we do see price has pushed very nicely past this trend line, right? Our weekly candles falling, and price, boom, moved up, right? We have a really strong rejection here at the top, right, on this weekly candle. So let's see how the rest of this week plays out. We can see, again, this going two different ways because we are at a key resistance point. So now moving over to the daily, we still have that resistance line that we had marked on the weekly. We see price has broken below that resistance point, right? And it's heading seemingly to that 50 here on the daily. But let's also keep in mind that on the daily, we have a support here, a resistance turn support, actually, right here. So it's a resistance turn support, right? Looks like price has broken below it, but it bounced right back. So if we put in a let's see, a little rectangle right here, so we can see what we're actually looking at. Now you see here, this is where price is bouncing, right? And we had the price pull up to it, and it was resistance, right? Wick rejections, and then we fell. Price soared across, and then we found a lot of resistance here in that 1980, 1985 zone. And then price fell down, right? And then now we're back in this, again, resistance turned support, potentially, but we did cross through it and bounce right back into it, right? On the daily here, we do have a support here at the 1955. So let's see how price pushes this week. And again, we're still above this 50. Nothing's off the table because it's gold. I also do see a trend line here. So let's get that into here. So I am seeing, which I actually have it on my other chart, but this is a trend line here that I do want to point out that price has broken beneath, right? Since it's broken that trend line, based on my strategy, we could actually see some further downside. But again, it depends on how this candle holds, right? It was the daily, so it did close that way, but we have wicks at the top and the bottom, okay, on a daily candle, even though it broke that trend line, right? This week will play out and let us know exactly what it is. With that trend line break, I would bet that we're going to get some pullback this week. Stay focused, stay determined, and keep trading. Peace.